touch that you would, honor that tradition. It is the same thing here. We have legends at this table. We don't even tell our legends anymore. But we have legends right here at this table, Detroit legends. We are the men of valor of every community in Detroit. We got this. We have contact with brothers whose respect we have earned over decades of sacrifice. We transformed ourselves, humbled ourselves. Some of the greatest warriors that I've known sit at this table. We became servants. And so now we actually stepped into our plan, into God's plan, that the men of valor, those who would have the least, we gave it all up, right? Because y'all know us, right? We left these streets dripping diamonds and gold and blood. And we come out and we turn all that down because it's all there for us. Because we know God has us here to rescue his people. So we just want to honor God and all of the traditions. That's first. But ain't no accident. We've been planning this. I just came from a meeting. There's a sister, an African American Muslim sister, Siwatu Salamora. She was arrested several months ago and convicted of a trumped up charge. This sister was born into an African-centered community. This sister came from the little sister running across the stage with the drummers and the dance from all the way back in the day, right? Born into Medulla's hands to executive co-director and one of my daughter's students. She has served us, even though you haven't known it, when we ran parenting programs and things like that. So Watu, I was one of the young sisters out here raising funds to help us with our children and things like that. Eric X will speak to this. We've done some things. So Watu was armed. We had her arm herself because she escorted our children. She came from that child to co-executive director of a 501c3, escorting our children. She has a confrontation. She's arrested. The sister get down. She's trying to do something. The sister get down. The victim. And there's a whole story. But what I want to say is I just left that. And the family has authorized, first of all, they welcome your participation on the faith-based committee, Priest Sawatu Salamora. Second, her husband, Kamal Muhammad, asked that I prioritize. Said, call the brothers, man. Because people who are working to rescue our sister do not understand the sacredness of our spaces. They just, that's what I'm saying? They set our mind in the back of the room with no regard. Didn't acknowledge a pastor that came in. Just didn't, would not know how to, give us what we give each other, what we have learned through the fire to give each other, right? So to rescue this sister, we got to step to this. Plus, we've got to protect the cultural nationalist community and the Islamic community. Our sisters, they coming for our women now. That's because they don't see us anymore. So we need to step to this. The first project, we've been approved. I just left the steering committee meeting. The first project, we're going to do a fundraiser, and it's going to be around screen printing. So we're going to get the children from around, the drummers, the African dancers, her teachers, the mamas and the babas. We're going to get them together, and we're going to get all the youth together, and we're going to have them create t-shirt designs expressing how they feel about the enslavement of their teacher, who is also 5 months pregnant, brothers. And man, the story, I'm sorry, but the sister sat in the car with me and said, Baba, what is it gonna be like? I said, sister, are you sure? I said, what? I said, we could call Asada and tell her to blow up an air mattress. She said, no. She said, I gotta fight this from the inside. her skill set, her love, her spirituality calls us to the walls. So you see, need y'all help. Verse 1, 2. Your sister said, I am the intersection, the best of our babies. My daughter's students. That's what she told me. I am the intersection.
We got a question. Don, you had any question?
Yeah, I had a question too.
The sister's information on her.
Exactly.
Yes.
And not only that, what can we do actually to contribute to the fundraiser? Because just the donations or the putting the word out or whatever, how would you actually give us instructions to actually help you to help her?
Our first step is what the entire family stands behind, and that is to bring the youth around us together and to bring our children around us together and to get their expression and to engage them on that. Second, the brother Kamal, we will call a gathering of the men. And we have 3 different levels, 3 different tiers in the traditions that we've been organizing around out here. We have our tier, as we just explained earlier, then people of color or people melanated caucus, and then a white caucus. So that call will go out very soon, and then we address this issue. You know, how do we protect ourselves, our community, and our women from this targeting? This sister was targeted.
What's the strategy though?
Yeah. I got a couple questions.
Yes.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Because now I'm assuming this was the same sister that Nick had mentioned earlier.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
That she's in quarantine now?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess my first question is what is the game plan, or what is, the strategy on assisting to obtain the sister's freedom? And I'm asking that from a legal standpoint.
Me too.
Because I
Me too.
because I have a law firm
Okay.
background.
Yes. This is where we're at on
Me
that.
too.
The current steering committee was called on board after the conviction, which was 3 weeks ago. And then not activated fully until after the sentencing because of fear of agitation. So now several levels of appeal are in. There's consideration on pardon and all of that. And there's an investigation into the question of why the prosecutor's recommendation of decriminalizing that charge. They wanted to drop it to the minimum so that the firearm, the mandatory sentence would not apply. And then why did that not happen?
Why did the judge go against? So the
Why did-
judge went against the prosecutor
Yes.
in that sense.
The judge had the discretion. The judge took my understanding, and I want to be clear that I'm not absolutely certain on the specific details, but my understanding is that the judge did take this issue to the chief judge. Okay?
Who was the judge?
I'm sorry, I don't have his name right on the tip of my tongue. Okay? So the appeals are in, and there's an appeal team. Let me give it to you next. There's an appeal team. The appeal team also happens to be led by the lawyers who defended the case. So Simpson Bay and others are offering, an objective analysis of this trial and also making some recommendations on how to proceed.
And you said the same team that fought the case is the ones that's appealing it?
Yeah, that is her legal team.
Okay.
Now, sorry, Carrie.
Yeah.
Please let this brother, let me.
Yeah.
I can give you a name of the gentleman that took care of
Gerald Evelyn. He's a federal attorney. He's a high profile attorney. He can get it.
He can get her out. What's his name?
Gerald Evelyn. He's a federal attorney. He can't do it. Down. Gerald Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Evelyn. Gerald Evelyn. If he had Kwame's case, you know Kwame